it didn't dawn on you to, before you spent $4,000 of their money on floors that they hadn't seen yet,
Right.
to call them and say, before I make this purchase from a store that's 400 miles away from you all, do you want to do this?
I didn't ask.
Judge Juarez.
This is not an above-board company you bought the floors from, is it?
No.
I mean, that's what's going on here. The address on this receipt doesn't even exist.
Right.
You just have to Google it to know that the address doesn't exist. The street name doesn't comport with the zip code. So, I mean, this is not a real company. You got the flooring underground somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you can't return it. That's why you couldn't get it when you wanted to. And that's ultimately why they didn't want to proceed forward with the work, because this was not what they thought they were getting. So how long did it take you to rip up the floors in the house?
Like a day and a half.
Is that about right?
I would challenge that. The square footage of our house is approximately 1,250 square feet.
Okay.
So however long it takes to tear carpet out, Mr. Knight said he alone did that.
Did you see them there, ripping it out?
I did not see them there, though.
Okay.
Their work consisted solely of removing the carpet and also approximately, I would guess, 2, maximum 3 hours of demolition work with both of them in the house, and that's it.
How do you know that if you weren't there?
We were there for the demo work when they were pounding out on the tiles, and this is another piece of the puzzle. Before that, even that 2 or 3 hour period was interrupted by supposedly one of their family members being involved in an accident.
Okay.
Man.
And they had to rush to the hospital, and that was the last we ever saw of either.
All right, well, you don't know. That may have been true, maybe not. But
yeah.
you're saying it was 2 to 3 hours of work total.
Yes.
How much would you estimate it
The
was?
day we were there, when they were there, when they sat there,
Yep.
we were there for 4 hours.
How
the
many-
carpet was already out, man.
Other than that 4 hours?
The carpet took about, maybe another 6 hours.
Okay. So about 10 hours of work, you estimate.
Yes, ma'am.
And then we had to dump them.
And then I took it to the dump.
This is ultimately, here, what your floors look like now,
Yes.
correct?
When it became apparent that I was, in effect, waking up into a nightmare, that we had been swindled,
Of course.
I realized that any communication with these guys was futile at this point. It was a kind of a gradual awakening, if you will, because I couldn't believe that someone could be so brazenly dishonest as this. I wasn't prepared for that.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open this up to my colleagues.
Okay. Now, did you get the flooring from the initial home improvement company?
No, we did not.
So another one.
Another one.
But you were satisfied with what you got?
Yes.
And that cost you an additional $4,000. As a matter of fact, the whole job cost you an additional $9,000.
Yes.
Am I right? And you had paid the defendants over $7,000. Am I correct?
Yes.
And as it turned out, you believe they cheated you. They charged you for materials that you never received.
That's
all right?
correct.
So, to me, this is the critical question. Why didn't you ever turn it over to the plaintiffs?
They didn't want it.
When did they end the relationship with you?
In between all this, I had a trip planned to see my grandma in Hawaii because she wasn't doing good. So I let them know already about the trip. But as soon as I got back, they were like hounding me like, oh, can we do it now?
No.
So how were they hounding you?
They got in touch with someone else. I'm not gonna say names, but he became, what I like to say, the middle guy that was telling me.
Oh, no, wait a minute. You allege that their motive for not wanting to work with you anymore is because they could get this job done
From
for
somebody,
less
yeah.
money.
So
But in
that's what I'm
fact,
coming to.
In fact, they paid more.
Yeah, but they got a middle, like somebody was in control. Like he was reaching out to me and them at the same time.
I understand. Anybody have any other questions?
No.
All right, I think we have a very good view of the situation. We'll excuse you while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you very much. All right, although the plaintiffs believe that what the defendants did amounted to a criminal fraud, we don't have to decide that to decide this case. Certainly. Certainly. Their behavior could have bordered on criminal conspiracy to deprive the plaintiffs of their money.
No,
But I don't have to go that far. The plaintiffs deserve the money that they're suing for.
Absolutely. And I think that the defendants got what they worked for. They worked for about $1,200 is what the defendant testified to. They got that and more. I'm just sad that we can't give them what they actually pay because, I mean, they're still taking a loss, even with our court maximum.
Yes.
But I agree with you, Michael, that we should award the plaintiffs the full amount that they're asking for.
Yeah. The only concern I have here is that we can't give them more back.
Yeah.
So I think they've clearly established an entitlement to the $5,000.
Great. We have a verdict.
We have a verdict.